Now we've seen that fg of x is x squared plus 3e to the power x squared, where x is any real number, and we've got to write down the range then of this composite function. And to do that, again, I'd want to think about what this graph would look like. And if I had a table of values of x and we were looking at fg of x, then let's say we had x was 0. We'd have 0 for this term, and we'd have e to the power 0. E to the power 0 is 1, and so we've got just 3 times 1, which is 3. Okay, let's put x is 1 in. What have we got when x is 1? We've got 3 times just simply e. 3e plus 1. Okay, what happens if we put 2 in? We've got e to the power 4, 3 times e to the power 4, and 2 squared here is 4. We're going to have 4 plus 3e to the power 4. Well, this is clearly getting bigger. The more values of x, more positive values of x we have in here, this is clearly bigger than this value, and this is bigger than this value. Well, let's have a look what happens when we put negative values through. Let's put minus 1 in. Minus 1, when you square it, well, that's 1. 3e to the power 1 we've got here, and minus 1 when you square that, that's 1. So we've got the same value here, 3e plus 1. I'm sure then what's going to happen when we put minus 2 in, we're going to generate this value again. Because we're squaring the minus 2, that's going to give us 4. We square the minus 2 here, so it's e to the power 4, 3e to the power 4 then. So we get exactly the same value as that, 4 plus 3e to the power 4. All of these values are bigger than the 3. So we can see that if we were to sketch this graph, let's have the x-axis, we'll have this as the y-axis, where y equals, say, fg of x. Then the smallest value here is going to be 3, and when we plot the positive values, it's gradually going to get bigger, and it's going to get bigger on this side. There's going to be symmetry in the y-axis. So you can see that from the graph, the range of that composite function fg of x is going to clearly be greater than or equal to 3. All these y values up here, fg of x values, that's our range. Okay, well, I hope that's given you some idea, and that brings us to the end of this part then.